Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me. Welcome back to the Lucky Dog Racing Late Model Stock Series. As we're on round number 6 here at Southern National Motorsports Park, rearing the end of the season. As we've seen multiple different winners throughout the whole season, a couple of multi-winners. But nonetheless, still a great season put on by all these drivers that have shown up week in and week out. Well, let's talk a little bit about the track here tonight. Southern National Motorsports Park. Track length is 0.35 miles. A little bit short. You know, it is not along straightaways, high banked curves or turns. So going to be a lot on and off throttle time, along with heavy braking as well. So that's going to be something to pay attention to for these drivers, as all of them are out there putting it down qualifying laps.
Better not miss no shifts tonight.
So far, everybody doing what they can. Riley Mobley putting it on pole. So far, Sean Harrell sitting P number 2, Scott sitting 3rd, Evan Gilbert sitting 5th, with Zach Bates in P number 4. Take a look at Mr. Jeff Vickery, the league owner. Going to see what kind of lap times he can put down here tonight. It is so far so good for a lot of these drivers, doing what they need to do to stay up front and get the job done. Looks like Jeff Vickery has a little bit of right front damage on that number 21 machine. So not sure if his laps are going to count, as he puts it P number 5 on the board. But Wally Babb in car number 99 going to put it second quickest out of this 15 car field. Brandon Meyer in the number 33 coming around to take his first lap in that Red Bull number 33. First lap's going to put him at 10th quickest on the field, but Jeff Radke going to knock down Wally Babb down to P number 3, down to the inside in turn number 3 and 4, off of 4. Brandon Meyer looking to go P number 7. Corey Stahl in the number 66 coming on out here. To see where he can put this number 66. He's going to go 3rd fastest. He's just 0.06 off the lead, as he's going to try to make that second lap count here. Going to see he gets off of the quarter super well. He's going to move himself up to P number 2. And second and third, by the way, have ran the identical same lap times. So looking at it now, Jeff Radke sitting at P number 3. Corey Stoll taking over that second position. All the drivers making their times here, as Chris Luttrell, so far the only driver to not take a lap time, is he may sit towards the back and just want to ride this thing out and see what happens. But that could be a good thing to do. As waiting for the session to go all the way in and through. So far, nobody out there. I think Chris Luttrell might be starting from the back, but another thing to point out is the points leader has to start from the rear. So that's definitely going to be something fun here to watch. See if we just can't pull up the points on my side. See exactly where everybody sits. So as it sits right now, Dalton McKinney is sitting at, nope, that's wrong. That is not the points. Wrong thing. So sitting right now, it is Dalton McKinney on top of the boards. Second is going to be Jeff Radke. Third is going to be Scott. Fourth will be Brandon Meyer. 5th is going to be Wally Babb. 6th, Riley Mobley. 7th is going to be Evan Gilbert. 8th, AJ Connors, who's not here tonight. 9th is going to be Michael Steffen. 10th will be Corey Stahl. But that's going to be your 10 drivers. As everybody getting ready to grid on up, going to go ahead and run down a quick grid order for everybody out here tonight. Starting P number 1 is going to be Riley Mobley. 2nd will be Corey Stahl. 3rd is going to be Jeff Radke. 4th, Wally Babb. And running out your top 5 will be Sean Harrell. 6th will be Scott. 7th is going to be Sean Long. 8th will be Brandon Meyer. 9th, Evan Gilbert. 10th is going to be Jeff Vickery. 11th will be Zach Bates. 12th is going to be Mike Steffen. 13th will be Clint Walker. 14th, Billy Smith. And rounding out your 15-car field here tonight will be Chris Luttrell in the 00 car. We're going to go ahead and get that track map up here for everybody so they can see exactly what I see throughout this entire race. I want to give a big shout out to Genesis Technologies for coming on board to sponsor this series along with Buck Kicker. Coming on board for the series winner. They get something cool from Buck Kicker, so I want to give a big shout out to Buck Kicker for coming on board, sponsoring the series, and keeping the sim racing alive. .46 can't make it tonight, so he had to take a drop week. So the 46 not going to be able to be here tonight. Is still a stout field out here tonight. Riley Mobley starting P number 1. The last couple races he had some trouble getting up through the gears, missing gears on the restart. Let's hope this week is a little bit different. He's able to get up in and through the gears and get that number 05 up and rolling. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe to CRN as we're underway. We're back racing here at Southern National, round number 6. Going into turn number 1 and 2, you can see it. High side hustle from that number 66 of Corey Stahl, getting right up on that bumper or that side panel of the number 05. 05 is going to be able to clear and give the lead to Riley Mobley. Towards the back, though, Jeff Vickery on the outside of Zach Bates, it looks like, and we had a car down on the inside wall. It's going to be the number 3 of Jeff Radke. I'm going to go ahead and go back to a quick CRN replay, see what happened to last year's champion. Is it going through turns number 1 and 2? Maybe gets a little bit of a shot from Wally Babb. He does. Or actually, let me go ahead and rewind this just a little bit. Get a better camera angle of this incident, if there is one. All right, so we're going to stop it here. Find Wally Babb. And we're going to go on the nose portion of the number 99. Just see what happened to the number 3. Getting down into turn number 1 and 2, Wally Babb apexes the quarter just a little bit better than the 3. 3 move, checked up just a little bit more than what the 99 thought. And right there, just the slightest little touch is going to send the number 3 on around. Hopefully he didn't hit anything too bad. As you see there, Wally Babb already 3 wide with everybody else. And Jeff Radke just going to back it into the wall. So first caution here tonight. It is expected, considering how small this track is, it's going to be really hard to keep your car off of the other drivers. So definitely got to make sure that you just try to do what you can. As tight corners, it's like a bigger Martinsville, some could say. Still a fun night of racing, 125 laps on the docket. Stage break coming on lap number 30. But we are back under caution once again as we had a big pile up the 6, the 66, and the 05. I'm going to go ahead and go back in to see what happened here, as it involved our race leader. Just going to watch it in real time here. See what happens to the number 05 and the 66. Oh, man. Corey Stahl just gets into the side of the 05. And it kind of sends a lot of different drivers each and every way. The 05 just kind of stuck in the wall, I believe. Oh, no. He's just stopped there, letting everybody go on by. As everybody has come to a stop. Couldn't get the car started. As Riley Mobley takes it down to the inside. Sean Harrell going to try to get on around him. And everybody's going to get past the number 05. He's got to sit there once again to get that car up and going. So Riley Mobley easily losing 2 laps here as he's not able to get that car fired and keep it fired. As now he finally gets that 05 up and a rolling. I want to thank each and every one of you who has liked, shared, subscribed to CRN. Thank you very much. Almost reaching 700 subscribers. Almost there. We're at 680. I want to thank you all for tuning in each and every night and week as we are broadcasting 7 nights a week. So definitely something fun to watch here on CRN. Whether it's road racing, dirt racing, short track racing, the Premier Series that does anything and everything. There's something always out here on CRN. Leaders getting double file. Scott's going to take the green. As I believe they may delay the caution here. No, they don't. Car's not being able to get caught back up. We're back to racing as Scott going to lead them down into turn number 1 and 2. He's going to get a great jump on the number 33. Going to leave him up on the outside. 33's got a little bit of nose damage though. As Scott able to open up that gap, but look at this. Sean Long and the number 84 try to make some noise up here in the top 3. He's got a very fast Evan Gilbert trying to get up to his back bumper too. So, try to do what he can. Jeff Vickery on the outside, trying to use that outside to his advantage. Looked like he got into the wall coming out of turn number 4, but still keeps it alongside of Mike Steffen. Not able to get clear, can't use that outside to his advantage, but Jeff Vickery doing what he can to keep those faster drivers behind him. As the 05 of Riley Mobley able to get caught back up. And Riley Mobley just hit the fastest lap time in the race session. You see it purple there, 14.439 for the 05. As he is 2 laps down. So Riley Mobley looking to get a quick 2 laps back. Is Corey Stahl registered out for this race. Not sure what's going on with the number 66 machine, but has parked it behind the wall. So far, 2 by 2 back here. Chris Luttrell. And it looks like the 0-2 of Clint Walker almost side-swiping each other. But he's got a 2-lap down car right beside him and behind him. Chris Luttrell trying to do what he can do. Already up 5 positions from where he has started. Wally Babb is going to be down 7. So Wally Babb going in the wrong direction. But still a long race to go as we have a competition caution coming out here in 10 laps. As the lead still with the number 55 of Scott. Second is in Brandon Meyer. Everybody pretty much single file all the way through the track. Going to give you a wide angle of the track here. Show you exactly how big the track really is side by side goes the number 3 and Jeff Vickery. Jeff Vickery trying to do what he can on that top shelf, just not able to make it happen. As Jeff Radke able to make the pass on Jeff Vickery. And still some great racing all the way through as Evan Gilbert gets down to the inside of Sean Long. Sean Long on the outside now. He's got to play defense. Can't let Evan Gilbert get around him. And he's going to power around on that outside. Gets a little bit tight. Keeps it off the wall, though. So Sean Long keeping Evan Gilbert behind him as much as he possibly can. With the stage coming to an end, who's going to pick up that stage win here? And who's going to elect to go into pit road, fuel up, and to get some fresh rubber on the bottom of this car? With that being said, it looks like Sean Long going to fall back to P number 4, and he's going to fall back to P number 5 as Mike Steffen making that car work down on the inside. And here comes Jeff Radke down to the inside. So Sean Long going to get trained on the outside as he's going to drop 3 positions in a matter of possibly 2 laps. As Scott and Brandon Meyer kind of checking out there as Evan Gilbert gets a little bit dicey down to that inside, hits the apron. That's going to allow Mike Steffen to get a good run. He looks and peeks to the inside. He gets a little bit loose coming off the corner, almost gets on the side of Evan Gilbert. And it's just a fine line getting down to the inside. 3 wide, maybe no. Jeff Radke backed out of it right at the last second. Driver's able to keep it side by side. Now Jeff Radke trying to force the issue here to get around to Mike Steffen, try to get up to the race leaders. As this is going to be the final lap for the stage, it looks like Scott going to come home with stage win. Brandon Meyer going to finish P number 2, go race it out. And a caution, a flag is out as Evan Gilbert was able to maintain P number 4 or 3 from Mike Steffen and Jeff Radke. So a quick stage there. Is if there's anybody out there that you guys would like to see, just let me know down in the YouTube comments. I will try my best to bring them on board and give you the best view that I can bring you. If you guys haven't already, go over and check out the other stream that we got going on, the Chop Shop GT series with John Nobinger in the broadcast booth along with Mark Thomas, as they're bringing you live coverage from a GT league. Make sure you guys go over there and tune in to those guys as they're bringing you live coverage from that. Carl Handwork is normally in the booth for that one, but he decided a vacation was needed, so Mark Thomas and John Nobinger are going to fill in the gap for Carl Handwork being away. I'm going to go ahead and bring in one of the drivers. Not sure how many more laps they have, but go ahead and bring in the number 99 of Wally Babb to see what was going on. Wally, this is Dylan of the broadcast booth. You got a copy.
What's up, Dylan?
All right, Wally. You started up towards the front, and now you have fallen back to P number 9. What's going to be the game plan here for these last 90 laps of the race?
Patience, what I should have had from the get-go.
Yeah, you know, you talk about patience. We've seen you in victory lane twice this, once this season so far.
Almost twice.
Almost twice, yeah. So, what is it just going to be something that you got to watch out for as we're getting ready to go green? So, don't want to keep you too much longer.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be patient, and it'll work out.
All right, buddy. Well, you're back to race. We're going to go ahead and throw you back down there with everybody. Good luck.
Thanks, Dylan.
All right, that was Wally Babb, racer of the number 99, trying to do what he can, and we're back under caution for the 3rd time here tonight, as that involved the number 16 machine of Billy Smith. I'm going to go ahead and go back to a CRN replay, see what happens here. Billy Smith almost gets into that outside wall. Oh, gets tagged by the number 84. Jeff Vickery, nowhere to go. Oh, backs it on in. Oh, we got a tumbler going around. The 16. We got to watch that super slow-mo. You see it here. He gets up off the corner and just kind of nudges it just a little bit, but Sean Long right behind him. As he takes a higher entry, Sean Long just didn't expect it to be that high. Checks up a lot, gives him the boot scooting boogie, say, let's go, buddy. I got some hungry drivers coming behind me. Jeff Vickery down to the inside wall. He gets rear-ended by the number 669, and right here. Oh, pow! Right into the outside wall. Up and over goes the 16. No yard sale on this number 16, but still, something that you don't really want to see is your car going upside down. As you see that puppy dog on the hood, and Billy Smith is going to be stuck on his side. Can he get it back down? No, he's going to be stuck on his side. Jeff Vickery not able to get or help him out. So, looks like Billy Smith had to use the tow button there as the driver's able to go back on around him. So, definitely something that you don't really want to see is you go stumbling and bumbling all the way around. And I think that could be good news for the number 05, as he should be the lucky dog recipient. But drivers side by side, believe pace lights are off on the pace truck, and they are. So Scott going to bring these drivers to the green flag, going down the backstretch. As you see there, everybody as slow as they possibly could. Is everybody trying to get caught back up? Looking at it now. Pace truck back on in. Starters got the green flag into the head. Oh, Scott gets turned right off the rip. Quick yellow flag. Scott goes around. As we're going to go back to a quick CRA replay, see what happened to the number 55. And I think he just maybe drifted up just a little bit too much. Zach Bates going to get in the right rear quarter panel of the number 55. As we were under a quick yellow here, and that's going to help Riley Mobley get back on the lead lap. You can see here, yeah, Scott moves up, and netcode plays a little bit of a factor, but Scott, hard of the outside wall, the 02 getting involved, the 3 getting involved, the 99 getting involved, the 22 getting involved, the 669 barely squeaks by. Does Riley Mobley get by? He does, but now you got drivers coming up the track. Riley got involved, so he's going to lose the lucky dog recipient. Jeff Vickery, though, with Steez getting it by all of that melee here. We're going to actually ride on board with Jeff Vickery here and just give you a little bit of what Jeff Vickery saw coming to the green flag. As already he sees it, he backs it down with ease. Just finds his way through all that melee. So definitely not what these drivers would like to see, a quick yellow. As Sean Harrell goes down a pit lane. And Scott. Bad trouble for him. Go ahead and look at this number 55, see what it looks like. He's got a little bit of rear end damage, not too bad, but going to do what he can to keep it going. As these drivers get ready to go down into the backstretch, see them all getting their laps back here. Is everybody going on around, double filed already? Was going to be Jeff Radke. Going to lead everybody to the green flag. He's got a little bit of right side damage, or left side damage to that number 3 machine, along with the number 669. He's got some rear end, left front, right front. He's got it all on that number 669. And I think right now it'll be a good time to ride along with the number 33 for this restart. Give you an onboard look, looking off the top of the number 33. As We're getting ready to go back. Green and Jeff Radke on the loud pedal already. Look at that. A great start by Sean Harrell. He's going to go from 4th all the way up to P number 2. Mike Steffen going to fall back to P number 3. Brandon Meyer trying to do what he can. Going to be side by side with Jeff Vickery. Is Jeff Vickery not going to go down without a fight? Is Brandon Meyer, Jeff Vickery side by side yet again. Jeff Vickery with the advantage. But with Brandon Meyer rolling that inside, he's going to have the advantage going through the corners because Jeff Vickery can't get down to the inside. Still not going to be able to get clear of the number 33. Jeff Radke, though, out to the lead. As the first and second place running pretty much identical lap times, 14.889 to a 14.888. And then a 14.401. So, I mean, these drivers doing well. Oh, Jeff Vickery gets in there a little bit too hot. Oh, Wally Babb gets tagged. Oh, no. Yard sale. Without the yard sale parts. As we're going to go ahead and go back and watch it with a CR replay. And I think Jeff Vickery just got in there just a little bit too hot. Gets right up on the back bumper of Brandon Meyer. You see it here. He goes up high trying to avoid him. He just can't get there. And right now, Wally Babb, all he sees is smoke. He gets on the brakes. Doesn't run over Riley. Riley goes down to the inside. And watch how quick that hole closes. I mean, Riley did get tagged. He's going to go up towards the outside wall. And you can't really see anything from this angle. But Riley Mobley getting absolutely drilled. As we're going to go ahead and ride on board with Riley Mobley here. As see if he does hit the outside wall with that number 05 machine. Is that hole closed up fairly? Oh, he caught Jeff Vickery. So add insult to injury to the number 21. Is Jeff Vickery getting tagged yet again after that last little bit of caution. Lap number 58 out of 125. First part of the race went by swell. Now it's starting to get a little bit racy. Going to get these drivers side by side. Pace lights off on the official pace truck. Sean Long, Jeff Radke, side by side. Jeff Radke's going to have the go-go juice. Does he go early? Out of 3 and 4. Here we go. We're back to racing. Jeff Radke does go a little bit early. Able to get a good restart here. Jeff Radke going to clear into turn number 1 and 2. Zach Bates, though, running strong in P number 4. Got the outside rolling. Going to drop down to the inside. Here comes Chris Luttrell in the 00. Chris Luttrell up 10 positions. He's our biggest mover of the race. Here comes Wally Babb, though. No fast repair needed on that number 99 machine on the outside of the 00. Currently down 2 positions where he has started, but Wally Babb trying to get up to the front. He knows track position is key and doesn't want to use that fast repair early and have another race incident. As they're going to get single filed out now for the top 6. And then behind Wally Babb, here comes Evan Gilbert. Last week's third place finisher here. He's looking down to the inside of the number 99. While these drivers are getting their green flag running, we're going to go ahead and turn the mics down, turn the cars up, give you guys a little bit of a you love to hear it. We'll be right back. Welcome back as we are back underway. Nice little green flag run from these drivers. You can see how close this is getting between the number 22 and the 00. 22 all over that back bumper of the 00, trying to find a way around Chris Luttrell, just not able to do so. As Chris Luttrell has that, I guess, call it Corvette Stingray down on the inside, protecting that inside with all that it's worth. As Zach Bates rounds out your top three, Mike Steffen and P number 2. And Jeff Radke, by the way, has opened a 2.7 second gap for the field. As Evan Gilbert gets a little bit loose out of the quarter, that's going to allow Brandon Meyer to get a little bit of a run on the number 22, but slowly starts to fall back off. Zach Bates holding on strong to P number 3, trying to hold off Chris Luttrell. Chris Luttrell finally getting off that inside line. Look at Evan Gilbert use that inside line to his advantage. Going to be side by side through turn 3 and 4. There's a car up high, 3 wide off the corner. Billy Smith up high into the wall, got out of the driver's way. So good driving by the number 16 to get out of the way and let these racers race their race. Make sure you guys, if you haven't already, make sure you guys tune in to CRN as we have live coverage from pretty much everything and anything all week long, as we are up to 7 days a week. I want to thank everybody out there who's like, share, subscribe to CRN, and if you haven't already, make sure you do so. Share with your mom, your dad, your grandma, your sister, your brother, your aunt, your uncles, cousins, the toilet, the goldfish, the hamster, a goat, whatever you got at your house, make sure you share it around. Let them watch it. You may never know. We may have a goat on the show. We already have a sheep with Wally Babb, but nonetheless, still a great show to be put on. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like button. Leave a like on the video so we know what you guys like to have. If you guys haven't already, hit all bell notifications and turn on all notifications so you guys don't miss a single beat that CRN has to offer. But with that being said, we are under yellow flag here tonight. You're going to see what happened to the number 6 machine of Sean Harrell down to the inside of Chris Luttrell, down to the corner, hits the apron, gets a little bit loose and just not able to correct it. And does he hit the wall with a Thunderbird? He does. Oh, pow, right in the inside tire barrier. I guess it's not really a tire barrier if you think about it. Hits the, looks like water barrels down on the inside. Not a lot of damage that Thunderbird is. He's going to be able to get that 6 back on and rolling. So back to a quick yellow. Is these drivers back together. 14, or you got 13 drivers still out there on the track. Clinton Walker has taken it back into pit lane. His night is done. But Chris Luttrell, by the way, the biggest mover in tonight's race, up 11 positions, along with Mike Steffen. Mike Steffen is up 11 positions as well. It looks like Jeff Radke taking the taking some tires. He's going to drop down and back. So we're going to go ahead and put up the pit stop lap here. Is Radke just pit, Harrell just pit, but we're getting ready to go back green as Mike Steffen with the race lead with Evan Gilbert on his outside. Mike gets a great restart with Brandon Meyer right on his tail. But look at that outside, get a better run than the inside. Outside's got the advantage, but a little bit tight as from the number 22. He's going to slide up the track. He's not going to be able to get there. Using that inside to his advantage, Jeff Radke trying to make his way up through the field. Going to put him 3 wide. No, he doesn't. Almost. As Jeff Radke on fresher tires trying to make his way up here to the front. All over the back bumper, that number 19 going to take it down to the inside. He's going to be there on the corner entry. Zach Bates realizes that, moves up the track, gives Radke all the room he needs. And Radke back up to P number 4. Oh, gets to the back of the number 33. He's able to keep it straight, though. A little bit of a bump there to the number 33, but still going to be P number 4. Back here, Sean Harrell, the number 6 machine, gets around the spinning 84. And that will bring out our next caution flag here tonight. I'm going to pull that down for everybody and see what happened to the number 84 coming up off the corner. You're going to see him just get a little bit loose right on board inside of the number 84. And I think he might have hit the apron just a little bit. You can see him. He's trying to get that car to stay down there. Oh, yeah. Taps the apron. Rides it just a little bit too long. And you see he's already trying to oversteer and correct. Just at that point, there's just no going back. As Sean Long spins it out. Doesn't hit the inside wall. So no harm, no foul for the number 84. Is the 6 electing to go into the pit lane. But your top 3 as it stands. Mike Steffen, Evan Gilbert, and Jeff Radke. Chris Luttrell up 11 positions in P number 4. Wally Babb in 5th. Jeff Vickery in 6th. Zach Bates in 7th. Sean Harrell in 8th. Brandon Meyer in 9th. Sean Long, P number 10. Scott, P number 11. Riley Mobley in 12th. 13th will be Billy Smith. 14th will be Clint Walker. And running out your 15-car field here tonight is going to be Corey Stahl. Still a lot of racing left here tonight. Lap number 107 out of 125. So drivers trying to make it work. Is the 05 coming out of pit lane. Looks like he stalled it yet again. Had to get that car back up and going. But nonetheless, able to get it going now is Mike Steffen. Going to have the button here tonight. Pace lights off on the pace truck. Mike Steffen going to bring these drivers back to the green flag. Is he's going to get a better restart this time? No, Evan Gilbert going to be alongside, side by side, a Kia against a Ford. Who's going to have the advantage? Import versus domestic. As the Ford is getting beat by the Kia. But here comes the rocket-powered Chevrolet Camaro down to the inside. Going to take away P number 2. Those fresh tires really do make a difference for Jeff Radke. He's already back up to P number 2. As Chris Luttrell getting past on the outside. Here comes Scott now. As he is one lap down. So officially only 9 drivers on the lead lap. It was going to be Chris Luttrell. Just letting these drivers go on by. But we have a battle for the race lead. Mike Steffen gave up the inside to Jeff Radke. Jeff Radke using that inside to his advantage. He's going to be able to get clear. Move Jeff Radke back up to the lead. As back here, though, Chris Luttrell hard on the outside wall. They were 4 wide at one point. Brandon Meyer getting stuck in the middle. Riley Mobley not on the lead lap, just trying to run some more laps. Zach Bates into the wall. Going to be side by side with the lap down car. Zach Bates is going to let him go on a bye. He knows he's not for position. But Chris Luttrell hit the wall a ton. He's going to fall all the way back, and I believe that car may be hurt now with all that side damage. Everybody's single file all the way through. Mike Steffen trying to put up a good battle with P number 2, but Look at Wally Babb. Fresh car. Oh, Sean Long goes around. That's going to bring out another caution on the speedway. It's Sean Long getting it turned the opposite way there. As we're to go ahead and go back here is Sean on Sean a crime. Sean Long getting in the apron yet again and just getting that last little bit of a nudge. He's going to back it on into the wall. As we're going to go ahead and go live back here tonight. As Jeff Vickery enters pit lane at Chris Luttrell as well. So far, so good. 119 laps are complete out of 125. Who you got in the chat for the race win here tonight? Is it going to be Jeff Radke, Evan Gilbert, Mike Steffen, Wally Babb, Sean Harrell, Brandon Myers, Zach Bates, or Scott? Top 8 on the lead lap is Jeff Vickery losing a lap there. Let me know down in the YouTube comments who you got, who's the pick. If it was me, I'm going with that number 3 machine, but I believe Wally Babb can get it done. The Babster. Let's see if my voice can do it. It's been a long week, so let's see if I can get it right here. Wally Babb is going to get it done if he can use that outside to his advantage, get around the number 22 and the number 669. But he's got to get down to the inside and not let Jeff Radke get away, as this race is going to a green, white, checkered attempt. No, actually, it's not going to be a green, white, checkered. There's going to be 3 laps to go, a 3-lap dash for the race win. Jeff Radke going to lead these drivers back to the green flag. Mike Steffen on his outside. We're back to racing here at Southern National. Wally Babb pushing the 669 all the way through the quarter pretty much. He's going to lose a couple of positions though, but he's got the fresher tires. Top 3 have single filed out, but here comes Sean Harrell down to the inside, trying to pressure Wally Babb into a mistake, keeping him on that outside. 3 wide of the back was Scott, the 21 and the 16, able to get that sorted out, but Wally Babb falling back to P, number 5. Oh, the 33 and the 19 go around. The 05 goes around. That's going to be a no caution. They're going to race it back to the line. No caution is going to be Jeff Radke, though. Big pile up back here. It's going to be a drag race off the corner. Who's going to get P, number 2? Is going to be Mike Steffen. He's going to go flipping, though. The Kia gets it done for P, number 2. He's going to slide on down the track, as that was a phenomenal race finish there. As we're going to go ahead and rewind this, get a chase camera from the number 69, as he was able to get, net code, and hello, into the wall they go. But nonetheless, still a great race. We're going to go ahead and back this on up and get our top 3 into the booth after we get let's slow this on down, get a better camera angle, and get our 3rd place up there. Whoop, not Sean, but Evan. Let's go ahead and run down the race results here really quick before we bring in our top 3. Jeff Radke with the win here tonight. Mike Steffen and P, number 2. Evan Gilbert rounding out your podium. Sean Harrell and P, number 4. Wally Babb rounding out your top 5. Brandon Meyer and P, number 6. Zach Bates in 7th. Jeff Vickery in 8th. Sean Long in 9th. Scott rounding out your top 10. Chris Luttrell in 11th, Riley Mobley in 12th, Billy Smith in 13th, Clint Walker in 14th, and running out your 15-car field will be Corey Stahl. I'm going to go ahead and bring in our top 3 to the broadcast booth and talk to these drivers. So waiting in P number 3 is going to be Evan Gilbert. I'm going to go ahead and bring in the driver of the number 22. That's going to be Evan. This Dylan in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yep.
All right, Evan. I thought you got P number 2, but a little bit of netcode in that inside line just got the best of you there on the last lap. But you had a pretty fast car all night. No damage on that number 22 machine. A nice little turnaround from last week.
Yeah, I mean, going on 3 weeks in a row, we've gotten to talk to you up here in the booth, so that makes me happy no matter what. But it was a really freaking tough race. This track is got to be like the worst passing track. Like I thought last week was bad, but this track you just cannot pass at all. And I mean, like I told you last week, I mean, I told you that if we could keep our nose clean and avoid the wrecks, we'd see you again in the booth. And well, I guess we're here. So.
Yeah, if I had to be completely honest, I think you had the best restarts out of everybody. Like, you timed them to a complete T, and you didn't let any other driver get out ahead of you before a lap was completed until that final restart there. But all night long, if you started on that front row or even third or fourth, you were on that back bumper of the leader or second place, helping them get a good restart as well. So congrats to that. You know, half the time, you know, you try to help push people, they're going to get spun around. But like you said, kept your nose clean. You did what you had to do. You dodged all the melee in the beginning of the race, the middle of the race, in the end. Did you think maybe a caution was going to come out right before you guys took the white flag, or were you already in your mind like, hey, you know what, top 3 is still good enough for me, even if with a caution coming out?
Yeah, we were coming out of 2, and my spotter says, "Wrecking behind you, wrecking behind you." And I look in my mirror, and he's like, "Never mind, not wrecking behind you." And I'm like, "Okay, I guess we're going." So I was hoping for another caution, because if I could have got another caution, I think I could have aced the entry into 1 just a little bit. I got really, really tight when I was underneath Stefan. So, I mean, but either way, I'm happy with a P3.
You know, you drove your butt off in, you know, Bristol, then Southern National. Now you go to Myrtle Beach. 3 semi-hard tracks back to back to back. And then you followed up with South Boston, 5 flags, and then the home-breaking North Wilkesboro. So a lot of follow-the-leader type tracks, some with a little bit of banking and to no banking. So what's going to be... Is it the same mindset they had here tonight? Keep the nose clean, see what you can do for Myrtle Beach, or is it attack mode now with the season winding down?
Yeah, with the season winding down, I was just talking to my spotter about that. With the season winding down like it is, I think we're really gonna have to start to attack them bonus points. You know, the 0x, the leading the most laps, stuff like that. Because them will make or break you. I mean, I don't know who's in the points lead right now, but they got us by not only having a win, but they got us by getting them bonus points. So we're just going to have to do that to kind of make up some ground here.
Yeah, looking at it right now, Dalton McKinley is your race leader, but he did use a provisional here tonight, or a drop race, I could say. You're sitting P number 7. 32 points back, so a great points night for you again here tonight. Obviously, you finished higher than most of your competitors. The only one that you haven't finished ahead of was Jeff Radke, but other than that, you got the job done. Hopefully, we get to see you up here in the broadcast booth for the remainder of the season.
Of course, it's always a good time.
Well, Evan, before we let you get on out here, celebrate that P3 finish here tonight, is there anybody on that number 22 you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, all the sponsors on the car, obviously, and then, you know, the biggest thank you's got to go out to Cody up in the stand, because he guided me through that race. He guided me through every one of them wrecks, and if he wasn't up there, I would not be here right now. So big thank you to him, and thank you to you guys for broadcasting this out so everybody can watch it, and big thanks to everybody who lets the show run.
Well, from CRN and Barry Kistler out there saying congrats, and congrats to you, sir, and hopefully we'll be talking to you again next week.
Sounds good.
All right, that's going to be your third place finisher of Evan Gilbert. I'm going to go ahead and move up to our second place finisher. That's going to be the number 69 of Mike Steffen. Mike, this is Dylan in the CRN broadcast booth. You get a copy.
Hey, I do, sir.
All right, Mike. You tried to get it done here tonight, but it looked like the new tires were better than the old tires. What more did you need to get back around Jeff Radke?
Maybe more skill and maybe a better car. He was really quick, so not much I could do. I maybe have had a chance there if we didn't have that late caution, but he was on a rail. I may have got something a little messed up with maybe a previous incident, but it could have been tires too. But it was a good run. But he was super quick tonight. Couldn't do anything.
Yeah, he was super quick, but gotta let you know, you're the biggest mover of the race here. You were up 10 positions from where you started, so a big gain for you here tonight. And, we had that really long green flag run. You did what you needed to do. You led some laps. You were just up there in the mix the whole night. You had the outside working for you, and you were not letting that lead go without a fight. Like, if you got stuck on that outside, you were like, you know what, I'm going to be a thorn in everybody's side that tries to pass me low, and that's exactly what you did here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, this is really one group track. I mean, unless you have a real, this being fixed setup, unless you have a real crazy, open setup type deal, it's, man, real life, you can run this place one way. So great little track, but I mean, you just wear yourself out up top there, and it's a one group track. So sometimes you can get there a couple laps, but long term outside is not for anybody here.
So with that being said, we're going to Myrtle Beach next week. 95 laps, kind of a D-shaped oval, a little bit of weirdness to turn one. What's going to be the key in your eyes for a tougher track like Myrtle Beach to get around, watching out for the turtles out of turn number one, and watching out for the pit road wall going into turn number 3?
Yeah, I mean, that's a goofy little track. I wish it was still around, but it's just taking those longer arcs into those corners. Seems to be at that D-shaped oval and just kind of getting down low there. A lot of room there, but you definitely, it's a pretty technical thing. But it's at the point of the season, just kind of looking to see who's around you in points. So just trying to keep those guys behind me more than trying to win a race or something. It's just a points battle at this point for me, at least.
Yeah, you're not really worried about the points battle here, but trying to be as respectful as you can to be the other drivers. And looking at it right now, you're sitting P9 in the standings. You're going to move up in the standings as well, with finishing ahead of everybody but Jeff Radke here tonight. Dalton McKinley not able to make it here tonight. AJ Connor's not able to make it either. So you're going to jump pretty far in the standings. So hopefully we get to see what that number 69 can do for the rest of the season. A couple of hard tracks coming up. You just got to keep your head down, focus, race the track the way it needs to be run, and hopefully we get to see the number 69 back up here in the broadcast booth.
Appreciate that. We'll do our best. We'll hopefully see how things sort out with the drop weeks and whatnot. But it'll be a battle here till the end into September.
Well, Mike, before I let you get on out of here, is there anybody on that number 69 you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, just the Moneymakers Motorsports Rocket Nation and Cebulski winning today.
All right, Mike, we're going to go ahead and let you get on out of here. Celebrate that second place finish here tonight. Hopefully, we'll be talking to you again next week.
Appreciate it, Dylan. Have a good one. Thanks.
You as well. All right, that's going to be our second place finisher of Mike Steffen. Now, we get to talk to the man that has won it all, seen it all, done it all. That's going to be the number 3 this season. Jeff Radke, this is Dylan in the CRN broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, Jeff. It's been a long hiatus. We don't get to see you up in the podium spot a lot. And that's kind of weird for me. I'm kind of heartbroken. You know, you came out last season dominating. Like you said last week, there's a bounty on your head for being last season's champion. Everybody's going to be gunning for you, making sure that you don't win that this season. But with that win here tonight, that's going to put you at 2 total wins on the season. The first multi-winner of the season. What's going to be the make or break here for the rest of the season?
I don't know. I mean, it seems like going into each race, it's a crapshoot. Thought I had a good qualifying effort. I was going to try and keep the tires under me for this track. I noticed they wore pretty quick, and then I ended up getting dumped on lap 2 and had to go to the back and rethink my whole strategy. So it's kind of a roll of the dice, really. I guess it's track dependent on whether or not other guys out there are going to have clean nights or if it's going to be a caution fest. But I guess I'm going to stick to what I always do and try to qualify up front and keep it there.
And you're also going to stick to go fast, turn left. I mean,
oh, absolutely.
There's no right turns here for the Lucky Dog Racing League. Although it would be kind of nice seeing these limited late models go to like Watkins Glen or something, just to test everybody's road racing skill. But you know, you got in Myrtle Beach next week, and I was talking to Mike Steffen and Evan Gilbert, and they both said a wider arc into turn number 1 is going to be key. But one thing they didn't mention was the dive bomb central that could happen in turn 1 and turn 3. You get a little bit too low, you're going to hit the turtles coming out of pit road. You get too low, you're going to tag that wall going into turn 3. So you kind of got to watch what you're doing all the way around the racetrack. And for you and everybody else out here, they got to watch who's around them points-wise. It's coming down to the end of the season. Points are going to mean more than everything to a lot of these drivers. So what's going to be your strategy come Myrtle Beach? I know you said it's, depending on how the cautious or the race goes, Caution Fest or Green Flag Racing, I think maybe Myrtle Beach could be that track that is providing great racing.
I think so too. I haven't been there in a while. Just like the Southern National, I think last time I was at this track was in a Legend, so it's probably good to get some laps on it, but it's hard to replicate the same amount of rubber that gets laid down like when there's a bunch of guys out there. I think points-wise, I'm just going to try and get as many as I can. Stage points are valuable, pole point, 0 incidents. Just try to collect them all as much as I can, and hopefully that'll give me the buffer I'm looking for.
Yeah, with Dalton missing tonight, that's going to allow you to move up to the points lead. And I believe the points leader has to start at the back of the field per race, depending on who the points leader is. So that's going to be a tougher challenge as well, especially with the new car. It's kind of follow the leader at pretty much every track, and just hopefully the guy in front of you makes a little bit of a mistake.
Yeah, I forgot all about that till you reminded me. The winner gets the EOL next week, so I guess I'll start rethinking my whole strategy for Myrtle Beach altogether.
All right, here's the greatest strategy. Stay in the back. Obviously, with the stage being at 25, you kind of got to push it for the first 25 laps. And after that, just ride. I mean, 95 laps, it does go pretty quick, especially at a short track. But patience. Patience is all we ever need. Just dodge everything. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
I'll have to put that at the top of the strategy list.
I think what needs to happen, I got to be able to see it just one time. You got to put it on the back bumper or something, or somewhere on the car that says if you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball, and you got to put CRN broadcaster on the back of it.
I'll get right on that. I'll throw it right on there for next week.
All right, Jim, before we let you get on out of here, is there anybody on that number 3 you'd like to give a shout out to?
My wife, first and foremost, she lets me do it every week. You for putting on a great broadcast. I love going back and watching it. The guys over at TLM, Jeff Vickery for putting on the league. Hopefully we can get another season out of it.
All right. Well, you had a big support from Barry Kistler out there tonight saying, G-Rad, congrats. And, Jeff, we're going to go ahead and let you get on out of here. Celebrate another win here tonight. And hopefully we'll be talking to you again next week.
Yes, sir. Have a good night. Thanks.
All right, that's going to do it for the in-race interviews here tonight. As Jeff Radke able to get it done with the race win here tonight. It's been a great show all the way in and through. Can't wait to see what these drivers can do for the rest of the time being. A lot more short tracks coming up and a lot more racing throughout the week. Make sure you tune into the other stream going on right now with John Nobinger and Mark Thomas as they're doing the Chop Shop GT League. Thursday night, you're going to see John Nobinger and Thaddeus Marshall in the broadcast booth as the dirt track side comes back on a CRN. Friday night, you're going to have a FAG Custom PC Money Race Monday or Friday night with possibly John Nobinger in the broadcast booth. Saturday night, you're going to have myself back in the broadcast booth with the one and only AJ Connors making his debut back in the broadcast booth. He was a great extra person in the broadcast booth last night for a dirt race. So you're going to catch myself and AJ Connors in the broadcast booth on Saturday night. Sunday. 2 races on CRN with the Core Premier Series as they got the Lotus 49 and the Lotus 79 at Indianapolis, my home track. You catch me up in the broadcast booth for CRN as the Premier Series goes double racing on a Sunday. Monday, you're going to have the GT League with Carl Hanework and Mark Thomas in the broadcast booth. Tuesday, we're back with the Smoky Mountain Grassroots Dirt Track Racing Pro Late Models. And then Wednesday, Myrtle Beach, Lucky Dog Racing. It's going to be here, only on CRN. But that's going to do it for myself in the broadcast booth. My name is Dylan McDonald, and if you guys are looking for a league to be showcased, make sure you guys hit us up on Facebook, Core Racing League-CRN. See if we have any open availability for your league. That's going to do it for myself here in the CRN broadcast booth. Make sure you guys take care. Brush your hair.